It's about being vulnerable, right? Creativity is about being vulnerable, and I'm about to be really vulnerable with you guys. I think beautiful things can come out of being vulnerable. That word's hard for me to say. Hello, everyone. So, the title of my presentation is Creativity the Thief. And like I said earlier, I'm about to be really honest with you guys. I haven't been this honest with myself in a while. So I'm kind of doing this with myself and all of you guys all here together, all right now. Let's be honest and deal with some of the things that I needed to talk about. So I am a cinematographer and kind of director. It's weird. I don't feel like I've earned those titles yet, so I don't really like saying it. It's kind of strange. Either way, I like being behind the camera. It's certainly one of my greatest passions. The clips you see behind me, everything here, I shot myself in the past 4 to 5 years. Here, this is a clip of me robbing myself. It's from a sketch comedy I just posted. But I think there's an element here that's been present in my life for a long time now. I don't think creativity is at fault, but I think there's been a part of me that's allowed creativity to kind of justified in robbing myself of a certain part of myself. I think when you're in this field, it's easy to get tunnel vision and almost feel like being creative and your personal expression is always sacred or always right. How can it be wrong if it's something I'm passionate about or something I've always wanted to do, something that's beautiful or something that can help tell someone's story? Being creative can be consuming. I think I speak for most creatives when I say we don't see the world like everyone else. When I walk around, I see camera shots, and most of the time, it's not even from my own perspective. You know, I hear audio like it's coming in from a mic. I mean, it's like the next level of being distracted. And despite the cliche, I believe there is beauty all around us. We just have to look. And I think I've gotten pretty good at noticing the beauty all around us. I spend a good amount of time taking it in. If it's possible to be too good at being overcome with the beauty around us, I think I might be there. I mean, I don't cry when I look at the sunset, but it's pretty close. Then I've been fortunate enough to start a career that essentially compensates me for being so distracted. So now what pays the bills and what I'm most passionate about, I feel might be distracting me from bettering myself as a person. My passion is certain to me. I'm comfortable in saying that. My constant need to express my creativity, even if it's only in my mind, I fear has affected the way I communicate with people. Somehow in my need to express what it is that I love, I feel like I'm missing out on what I love the most, which is people. When you are as good at noticing the wonderful things around you as I am, it's easy to love everything around you and forget about yourself. I'm afraid that I've been trying so hard to notice and love everything around me that I've neglected the people right in front of me, and that those people kind of take a different kind of love and a different attention entirely. It's almost as if just the fact that I'm trying to express such beauty and such love and compassion in my work, that was somehow enough to translate to the people around me. Like through my expression of my work, that was just supposed to be enough for them without me having to do anything to them myself. And it goes back to kind of that creative high that I was talking about earlier, where you feel like you can do no wrong. I'm creating. I wasn't hurting anyone consciously. I was creating a job for myself and people around me, but I was blind and arrogant and self-centered, and I had most people fooled, including myself, when I was in these creative excursions. In my mind, I was loving and a compassionate person. I'd walk around with these big and beautiful ideas, and I thought that was enough. And I exhausted myself with these thoughts in my film work. Then when it came time to express it to a person, I felt like I could not, or like I already had. So I allowed this kind of self-induced exhaustion to push people away, people that I love more than anything, and I robbed myself of things I won't be able to recreate again. And I know people come and go, and that's how that works, but I'll never be able to have exactly that way again in my life. Now, I don't believe for a second that creativity as a whole stole parts of my life from me, but I do believe that creativity combined with arrogance and a blindfold can be a really scary thing. I allowed my creativity to rob me because your creativity is just your self-expression. It can only be what you are, nothing more and nothing less. So I'll be honest, after some recent events, I took a break. I stopped creating. I stopped creating anything. I didn't do anything at all. I felt like it was somehow lending itself to my depression or dragging me down. I was scared to touch my camera or my editing suite. I could not bring myself to do anything. I wasn't happy with the person I let myself become, at least on the outside. Therefore, I wasn't happy with what I could create. I had a wall up around myself. On the inside, I was screaming, "I love you," but on the outside, I was silent, nothing. I got nothing. I knew that I loved people, but they didn't know. So I suppose when I'm working toward a self-expression to those around me, and learning how to balance what I love with who I love. I have to learn how to not be stuck in my own mind. If you love someone, show them, tell them, don't keep it in under the guise of some self-righteous creative license you think you have. You have to humble your mind. So I fear I have been living with one foot in and kind of one foot out for a good while now, and I think I'm on the way to fully commit to what I love and love who I love and what I love to do, without all this cognitive dissonance and without that wall. Because being creative is beautiful, but loving people, there's nothing more beautiful than that. So being creative alone is far less enjoyable than being creative with someone you love. So I guess I encourage, to find someone you love and create life together, create a home together, create memories together, because nothing is more beautiful than loving someone and being creative with them. And I guess the idea is, if you do all that, then love can't really fail for you. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you.